Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Lunchtime Podcast. Yet again, I am pre-recording this. I'm not rushing it and recording it on a Thursday or Friday, although it's meant to come out on a Friday. No, I'm recording it on a Monday, like last week. We've done this 2 weeks in a row, never seen before. Wow. Also, big news, we've got somewhat of an intro for the podcast now. I'll just let it run here and let you hear it for yourself. In today's episode, I actually have a story planned, unlike last episode. I think last episode we touched on the Euros. What else was it? A little bit of, what else did we talk about? I completely forgot, to be honest. Well, yeah. Today we have a good story. It's gonna come out we're gonna talk about it a little later. Now, we're going to yet again look at the Euros. I mean, come on, okay? We're in the middle of the Euros. I think it's semifinals right now. We have to talk about it, okay? We have to. It's a must. It's a must. So, we'll start off with the standings. At the current moment, in the semifinals, we have Italy against Spain tomorrow, 6th of July at 9 p.m. Central European Time, and England versus Denmark at 9 p.m. As well on this Wednesday, 7th of July, 9 p.m. Central European Time. What was it in the quarterfinals? So quarterfinals was, oh my god, the Euros have been so interesting, let me just say. Like, so many goals, so many interesting games. A lot of teams have really surprised me. Not just me, a bunch of people. Ukraine, for example. Okay, yeah, they got smashed by England 4-0, but still. Who else? Czech Republic. Their run was ended by Denmark. 2-1 for Denmark. Denmark as well, been doing really well. Switzerland, can't forget them. What a run for them as well. It's unfortunate they lost to Spain on penalties. The penalty shootout was so shit. It was 3-1. Usually you'd expect like a 5-4, you know, but it was 3-1. 4 penalties out of 10 or 9 that could have been taken were actually scored. The Belgium-Italy game was really entertaining, especially in the first half. Not much happened in the second. There weren't any goals, which was kind of boring. Italy the first half was so energetic. There was so much going on. There was always, like, everyone was running. Everyone was like, there's a lot of energy, but I think that energy kind of slowed down in the second half. Because they used it all up in the first. Makes sense, you know. Czech Republic Denmark game. Honestly, I didn't watch it. Hey, look, I can't be watching every game, okay? I got other shit to do. It's sad Czech Republic aren't through because with a team that no one really expects to really do anything, they did something. Like, they got to the quarterfinal. That's quite damn, you know? Like, well done to Czech Republic. And they beat, who'd they beat again? They beat the Netherlands 2-0, you know, in the group stage match. Okay, they lost against England 1-0. They drew to Croatia. I mean, group stage they didn't do too well, but they got far in the tournament, is what I'm trying to say. And 2-0 against Scotland. You know, they didn't necessarily have the best results, but they got far. And that Netherlands game, especially, that was probably their best games. 2-0 against Netherlands. So, big ups to them. Like, they did well. Denmark, on the other hand, who won against Czech Republic, they've been in fine form lately. Won 4-0 against Wales. I mean, in the end, Wales just kind of gave up, to be fair. I think, like, after the 3-0, they gave up. I mean, I want to say they gave up at, like, the 60th minute. Or no, 70th minute. And then, of course, they scored 88th minute, 3-0. Yeah. It's all over. And they got a red card in the 90th minute. So it was, it was all over for them. I think they just gave up in the end. Okay, who else was there in the quarterfinals? Ukraine, England, 4-0. Really wanted Ukraine to, beat them up. Because we all know what happened in the England-Germany game. It's sad because, Jesus Christ, England, who scored 2 goals in the entire tournament, then won 2-0 against Germany. Wow. It's so sad. It's so sad. How did Ukraine do even before the England game? Who did they beat? 2-1 to Sweden. Okay, Sweden topped their group, consisting of Spain and I don't know who else. I think also Ukraine. In the group stages, they lost to Austria, 1-0. They won 2-1 against North Macedonia. Close game against such a shit national team, North Macedonia. Lost 3-2 to Netherlands. I mean, they gave Netherlands a fight. So wait, what? They got... Wait. Okay. They got 3 points in the group stages. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like they actually had a decent squad. I thought the results that they got, I actually thought they were better. But now I'm actually looking at them, not as good as I thought. Now obviously England, yeah, fuck England, bro. Hey, they have a good chance of winning. I mean, they haven't conceded a goal in the entire tournament, but I think. Wait, okay. This is semis against Denmark. Oof. Look, I want to say Denmark are going to win that game because fuck England, But at the same time, I just don't see them scoring against England. Maybe 1 goal, at least. Sorry, not at least, at most. When it comes to the Italy-Spain game, oof. I'm saying my prediction... Okay, wait, actually, I haven't even made a prediction for the England-Denmark game. My prediction for England-Denmark. 1-0 for England. Although I hope it's going to be like... I hope just Denmark win. Like, I don't care what the score is. Just, I hope Denmark win, but I'm pretty sure England are going to go through in that one. Italy-Spain. I'm going to say... I'm going to say Italy. I just don't know what the score would be. What about... Italy score a lot of goals. And, typically Italian teams are really defensive. Sorry. Shit on that, man. Like, look at this Italy squad. It's so good. Defensively, offensively, in midfield as well. Like, oh my god. I gotta stretch real quick. Oh! Okay. Spain, on the other hand, they've scored goals lately. Okay. I mean, but... they 5-0 to Slovakia. 5-3 to Croatia. In total they've scored 14 goals in 3 games. That's mad. Okay, I'm counting the penalties scored in the Switzerland game. when it went to a penalty shootout. I mean, without that, it would be 11 goals in 3 games. That's still mad. That's still quite mad. Won 5-0 to Slovakia, 5-3 against Croatia. What a game. Oh my god. See what I mean, like, with the Euros being so entertaining. 5-3 against Croatia. Croatia got to the finals in the World Cup in 2018. You know? Looking at it now, Croatia doesn't even have that good of a squad. They just haven't, or they do, but they haven't been playing well. But the thing is, right, that's why the Euros this year has been so good. So many goals have been scored. 5-3 to Croatia. That's an 8-goal thriller. With 2 like massive teams. Usually that would be like 2 massive national teams. You know, they would have like a close game, like the Belgium-Italy game. That was 2-1 in the end. You know, that's 3 goals scored. It's not a lot, and that's usually how most big games go. So yeah, Italy have been scoring a lot of goals lately. But, again, Italy's defense is quite good. So I'm 2-0 for Italy is what I'm going to say. 2-0 for Italy. Spain not scoring a single goal there. It's a risky one because, as I said, Spain have been scoring a lot of goals lately. They've been in better form than they were in the group stages. But, you know, taking away that Slovakia game where they won 5-0. But, you know, what am I trying to say here? Basically, what I'm trying to say, Spain, although they've been scoring a lot of goals, I don't think they're going to score a goal against Italy, and that is a risky move. Because, as I've just said 3 times previously, they've been scoring a lot of goals, recently. So that game is going to be a mad thing. Honestly, the Belgium-Italy game, I was quite sad that was the game because I want that to be the game for the Euros. That's what because I like the 2 teams, and I think those 2 teams, that's like such a finals game for me, you know, for a Euros game. That's such a final. Belgium-Italy, like Belgium is so strong. Italy are so strong, especially in this competition. I think they've been the 2 best teams. And then, what's unfortunate is that they face each other in just the quarterfinals. 2 games before the final. Man, I really wanted that to be the final. Obviously, you know, if Germany were still in this, I would want them to be in the final or win it. But, you know, realistically, that wasn't going to happen. Maybe semifinals at most, but they're not reaching the final. Never. They were never going to. Wow. Junior is so... I'm so glad that Löw is gone. He had a good 15 years, okay? He was good. He was really, really good. But then in the end, the last, 3 years now? No, not 3 years. Wait. When was the last trophy? I think it was in 2016, like this fucking cup thing, confidential cup. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, some, or was it the Nations League? I have no clue. Wait, was it 2016 or 2017? I don't know. Wait, let me search it up real quick. When did Germany win the Confederation Cup? Wait, is it the I don't know. It said some shit like in the search like thing. Wait. Yeah, the FIFA Confederations Cup. This was 2017. Yeah, Germany won 3-2 against Australia, then drew 1-1 to Chile. This was group stage. 3-1 against Cameroon. 4-1 in the semifinals against Mexico. So it's a 5-game tournament, and then 1-0 against Chile in the final. I mean, those teams are quite shit. I mean, Cameroon, they don't really have anyone. Australia as well. Chile do have a good team. Mexico is not a powerhouse. I think they're a little overrated, I think. So yeah, I think quite some easy opponents for Germany. But at the same time, Germany has this niche of playing shit against a lot worse opponents on paper. So, prediction for the final. Well, as I said, I think England are going to go through, and Italy against England. Ooh, that's a very good one because Italy have a strong attack, consistently been scoring a lot of goals, and England consistently have not conceded a goal, if that grammatically makes sense. But yeah, England have been good defensively, not very good attackingly, except for that Ukraine game. Italy have been balanced in both, or not balanced in both, but great at both. So I think Italy are gonna win it. In the end, I'm saying, ooh, it's a close. Oh, I feel like it's gonna be 1-0, but I don't want to say it's 1-0 because, or I don't want to say it's gonna be 1-0 because that's just a boring game. 1-0, not a lot of goals. We want to see a lot of goals, but realistically, it's probably going to be 1-0. I mean, if you think about, the last few finals and everything have all been 1-0. Like, I swear to God, the Champions League final 2020 was 1-0. Bayern Munich won that against PSG. 2021 Champions League final. Chelsea won that 1-0 against Manchester City. But that's just the Chelsea classic result, like a 1-0 win or like a 2-0 win. Like, that's just how they roll, with, the tactics and shit. And I feel like that's what's gonna happen here as well. I don't want it to be like that, I think we all can agree that we want to see a lot of goals because that's the most entertaining. But at the same time, if you think about it, like, the close games like that are really entertaining because it's the intensity. It's the it's this feeling of something could happen in the last minute that could decide the entire game. It's that feeling. And yeah, that's the joy of football, really. So yeah, Italy to win it 1-0 in the finals against England. Although I hope it's going to be Italy-Denmark. Realistically, it'd probably be Italy, England. Okay, now for the story, or for the next segment. Actually, wait, I have a segment organized right here on a Google document, and I think I talked about this in the first episode about how the segments would be split up and when they would occur. Intro would be around 5 minutes long. Then next segment after that will be a 30-minute story time. And then after that would be a 30-minute Q&A. And then after that would be a 5-minute outro. So that's 1 hour, 10 minutes. That's not how any of the episodes have gone down at all. Like, at all. It's whatever. Plus, I'm not getting any questions for Q&As. And, I mean, I've said this before, I don't expect for there to be any questions coming in because it's a podcast. Like, I mean, it's gonna take time to grow. That's what I'm trying to get out of my mouth. So I don't expect questions to come in, but when they do, I'll be really excited for that. I checked yesterday my email just to make sure. Also, there's a Discord. You can head over there to send in questions. If you're watching this on YouTube, it will be in the link. There will be a link in the description. If you're watching this on any of the other platforms such as Spotify, Radio Public, and Google Podcasts, then I guess just head over to YouTube and you're going to be able to find over there the Discord server link. No one is in it except me and a friend. Hey, but it makes sense why. It does. This podcast isn't fucking like, it doesn't have 1,000 people watching every episode. Like, that's, so I'm not greedy, okay? Also, or if you don't want to create a Discord account, too lazy to do that, you can always send me an email to lunchtimeqna@gmail.com. There you go. Anyway, let's head over to the story. Uh, this is something that, when was it? 2 years ago, I want to say. 2 years ago. Um, Let me start off by saying that, or, you know how we all have these moods that we're in? For example, we buy a new or get a new video game, and then we're really into it and play it for like a week, and then after that we've played it so much we just get worn out. Like, we don't want to play it anymore. We want to move on to different things. And then eventually we come back to it every now and then. But you know how, like, that's not just with video games. That's also, it can be with, I don't know, like, okay, I may have mentioned this before. I have these moods where, for example, I have this dinosaur mood, for example. This happened very recently, where I'm really into dinosaurs. I don't know, I I research, I start playing a lot of Jurassic World Evolution, a lot of dinosaur games, watch a lot of dinosaur videos on, interesting facts. A lot of Jurassic World, and I start watching all the Jurassic World and Park movies. That happened a few weeks ago, Or I have this FIFA mood, where I just play a fuck ton of FIFA. Happens every now and then. I think that's one of the most common, I'd say, moods I have. And there's a bunch more. I remember having a cardboard mood. That was the weird one. I've never had that. That was the only time I had that. Basically, we had this how do you call it? We had this unit in design and technology, which is a subject in my school. The subject where, well, you design things, I guess. It's in the name, you design things, using technology or, wood and cardboard, things like that. Now, this was still during lockdown, so we, used cardboard. We didn't have, wood, and we didn't have saws. We didn't have any of those machines, and we didn't come to school because of lockdown. So we had to use cardboard and tape and things like that, scissors, whatnot. Things that we actually had. Now, I got really into it, and I started making shit out of cardboard. I think all I made was just a box. I was so proud of myself. It's just, it's like, for a project we had to try and make a desk organizer. I think that's how you call it. And it's basically, it's like a little, like, bucket, I guess, where you just store pencils, maybe your phone, I guess. Pencils, rulers, scissors, pens, erasers. And we had to make that, and made mine, got really into it. I think, like, a few days later, I made another one. I don't know why. I just didn't know. I had no idea of what anything else. I had no idea of what else I wanted to make, so I just made another desk organizer. So, yeah, really boring, I know. But, yeah, I still have them here somewhere. I'm not sure where. But, see, like, we all have those moods where, I can't speak. Moods. I said moods, but, like, without the D, so it's like moods. Like, that just sometimes happens where, like, my tongue doesn't want to work, properly, or my speech doesn't want to work, properly. And then I just don't say a word, or I don't say a letter part of a word, and then it just sounds really weird. Anyway, so I was, 2 years ago, I was in this ASMR mood, and I was watching a lot of ASMR videos. I was like, let's make an ASMR channel. So I thought it would be a great idea. I thought I'd be really into it. Although, in the end, I knew it was just another one of my moods that would end after a week or so. So I made, a document. I do this a lot. I make Google documents where I just, like, plan things out. I like being organized. I use outside of school, because we use, like, Google Drive, Google Documents, or Google Docs, Google Sheets. We use all of those. very often in school, but outside of school, I do too, quite often. So, and it's usually just to organize and plan things, or plan things in an organized way. It's just how I am. I just like planning things. I don't know. It's just my niche. So I don't have it anymore because I deleted it after this ASMR mood was gone. Had this giant list of a bunch of video ideas, including like 100 subscribers special. Like, I was expecting myself to hit these goals so early, so I've already written down like the video ideas for like milestones and stuff. That just happens. We get really excited, and then we think. What's the word? What's the saying? When you're like, you expect too much of yourself, That's what I was doing there, and I think I made two ASMR videos. One was I think just like an intro, like, welcome to ASMR, blah, blah, blah. I don't remember the channel name, and God forsake, I hope it doesn't exist anymore. Actually, let me search it up. I'm not gonna say out loud what the name was, but I just want to make sure it's... Filters channel. This is a really small channel. Okay, I think it still exists, but I think the videos have just been deleted by me. So yeah, I fucking hope so. Anyway, so yeah, the first video was just like an intro. Second video was, what was it? Second video was like, oh yeah, the second video was me playing around with plastic and paper. Yeah, that was it. Just blank pieces of paper, just me playing with that, and then like plastic, just random ass plastic. Yep. I think tinfoil as well. Yeah. I still play with tinfoil nowadays, to be fair. Hey, look, okay, tinfoil is such a satisfying material. Okay, it like when you crunch it together, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's so satisfying. I absolutely love it. I don't do it very often. If I did it very often, like every day, like as if it's a ritual, that would be weird, okay? Then I would understand why I have no friends. But other than that, if that's not the case, well then, But yeah, so I was, what else? What other videos did I plan out? I think I planned out, like, a Lego building, episode or video. And I think I also planned some role play videos. So basically, this is the ASMR community, from what I know. To be fair, I know the ASMR community quite well because during that period, I was watching a lot of ASMR videos. Not just for me to sleep, just like that. Like, it's weird. Like, people usually just, watch it to fall asleep, or things like that, to, get tired, so then take a nap, or, something like that. I just watched it like midday, just like while I was gaming. Yeah, I don't think that's very normal, So I think I also plan on doing like a ASMR Fortnite video because I saw those on YouTube. So I was planning on doing one of those. I don't think thank fuck I don't play Fortnite anymore. I've heard that community is so I mean, it was toxic before, but like even more toxic now. I don't know what the fuck's going on in the Fortnite realm, and I don't want to know. I uninstalled the game like years and years back. I don't know how long it's been since I played that game. I think 1.5 years. I'm trying to think here. I think last time I played it was in 7th grade. I think I was still playing it like in 7th. I think just before lockdown. A couple months before the first lockdown, like when Corona really hit. So yeah. I'm trying to think. I think yeah, it was in 7th grade because I was playing a lot during the summer vacation, like right after 6th grade. So in between 6th and 7th grade. Um, like friend, I remember like joining a clan as well. Like I was playing Fortnite mobile, and there's different communities in Fortnite. There's the cool kids of the Fortnite community, which were the PC players, and then there was the lower leagues of the mobile players. I was shit as well. I don't know how I got in a clan. The clan was good as well. A friend of mine also joined the clan, like a real life friend. And to be fair, I actually made some good friends. I don't talk to any of them, so that's probably a non, what's the word? Non like vile? Wait, no, not vile. Um, illegible. It's not illegible. It's not an illegible statement. Does that make sense? Um, uh, it just doesn't make sense. Is what I'm trying to say. But I did make this one friend. I think we still talk today. Not very often at all, but like he's so nice, bro. He's one of the nicest. I mean, of course, I've only texted to him. I've never met him in real life, but I've known him for so long. Like we actually like talk and like discuss somewhat personal things with each other. But like I just feel like so like, comfortable around him. Like when I talk to him, like I feel comfortable like talking about specific things with him. And we've known each other for. Well, when was 6th grade? I've known him, believe like during 6th grade. I'm trying to think. When was that? I was 2018-19. Was it? 2018-19. I think that was. So yeah. Oh my god, I've known him for 3 years. Fucking hell. Yeah, so we've known each other for 3 years. We don't. Ever since, I've kind of stopped playing Fortnite. We haven't really talked because. Well, I mean, I think after I left that community, or I just kind of like stopped. I think he is still going a little bit, kind of, and then stopped as well. Like that entire community just died. The clan as well died and everything. But yeah, that's not the story though. Although I could make that the second story of the day. I'm not sure. Anyway, back to the ASMR story. I think another. Oh, what were some other ones? Oh my god. Oh, I remember another video. I think. I think like a role play video where I would role play as. Like what was I role playing as? Oh, I think like a role play where I'd role play as an artist, like drawing a painting for the customer. Because in the ASMR community, what they do in some videos, these role play videos, is they they look into the camera as if that's like the person's eyes, the person's face, like as if you're the viewer is the customer in this case, in like a shop role play, or they're the person that the creator of the video is talking to. And they like kind of make it so let's say this is a role play like of a store, like, hey, what would you like to get? Let's say I'm saying that to you, and they'll be like, like the cashier or whatever would be like, oh yeah, you want that? Okay, I'll get you that right now. Just give me 5 minutes and I'll be back to get you that. And they would like create like these fake answers, like as if you answered them, if that makes sense. And they would like assume you answered or you wanted this product, for example, and they would get that, They would give that's what you would be buying. kind of. If that I don't know, that made a lot of sense. Like, that doesn't, you would have to look at that yourself, and maybe you'll understand. Just look up ASMR roleplay, if you even give a shit, to be fair, which I can understand. I can understand if you don't. I think another video was a school supplies ASMR video where I would get out my pencil case. I think one of the ASMR triggers I would do is just pull the zip back and forth. I think that was one of the plans, and then I would make more ASMR triggers with, I think, scissors, pencils. I would just like draw on a paper. I think that was the plan. I never actually did it. Because after the second video, I wasn't motivated to do it at all, because it was just another one of my stupid moods that I got into that didn't mean anything, like that happens very often, and I can't seem to stop myself when I get into a mood, because it's happened very often where I'm like, I watch a specific type of YouTube videos, and then I'm like really into it, and then I'm like, oh, I should do that too. Although I know, like inside, I know I'm gonna make 2 videos and then stop completely, because it's just another one of these moods that's gonna end in a week or 2 weeks. It's never gonna actually continue, and that motivation is just going to end. It's gonna go downhill. It's gonna hit rock bottom. Never gonna do it ever again. It's happened so many times, but I just can't help myself. But yeah, I guess that's life. I don't know. Let me know if that's happened to you, because it just happens way, way, way too often to me, and it gets annoying, honestly. It gets to the point where it gets annoying. I guess that's, I really hope that's how it works with most people. I can imagine it does, because that's just, mental shit. Like, your brain playing with you, I guess. It's just like the mental side of things. Like, your brain, it's not actually, like, your heart is telling you not to do that, but your brain is telling you, wait, or is it the other way around? Wait, so your heart, or maybe it's your heart telling you should do that, or you should make a YouTube channel for ASMR, I don't know, that's just an example. But your brain is saying you shouldn't, because it's just another one of your moods. Yeah, I think it's that way around. I don't think it's your brain. I think it's the heart. If okay, that's just a saying. That's not what I literally mean. That's, your brain doesn't make decisions does it? I don't know anything about, like, is it biology? Fuck, what's biology? Shit. Biology, the scientific study of life. I guess it's biology? Yes, no, it's biology. Fuck. I've made myself look like a fucking clown. Well, I believe it's biology. If not, well then fuck me. Yeah, I don't know shit about biology. Talking about biology, I hate it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. Yeah, that's genuinely it. I'm kidding. Getting onto the topic of science, I thought that, so at a certain point in school, you get to choose what subject of science you get to take, because before that, science is, the subject of science is split up, or not split up, it's, science is a very broad, topic, but in schools, science usually just starts during, like, middle school. That's what happened to me anyway, and it's a very broad topic, because science, like, what could that mean? Like, astronomy, biology, chemistry, like, all those things. There's another one. What's the other one? I mean, there's a lot of ology things, you know what I mean. But there's another, like, main one. Physics. There we go. Physics. But yeah, like, it's they're all like put into one subject, and then like throughout the year or throughout the years, you learn about, you know, all of them. But then I think it's during high school where you get to decide like which one. Like, do you take biology? Do you take physics? Do you take chemistry? And then you can you just focus on one of them. Really, that's it. I thought, because I'm heading over to high school now. I thought that we get to choose what subject out of the three. It's between physics, biology, and chemistry. I believe biology, well, it's the study of life. Chemistry is like the study of elements, and it's a lot of math, I heard. I can imagine why. I mean, we did chemistry before, so yeah, I can confirm math is definitely involved in it. What's like the study of something though? Like chemistry. It's the study of the properties and behavior of matter. Okay, that's the scientific way of saying it. Basically, it's the study of, elements and matter. That's it. And then physics is the natural science that studies matter. I don't fucking know, man. Like, which one studies matter? I think physics and chemistry are very similar. I think physics is more about how the world works. Biology is more about animals, like how, like, behavioral, the mental side of things. No, not mental side of things. The physical side of things when it comes to animals or humans. I mean, humans are animals, and things, and life, basically. Plants as well, and things like that. And then chemistry is basically focuses on, like, I think in more detail how the world works. Like, movement and reactions of certain elements put together. I don't actually really know. But I do know for a fact physics and chemistry is very similar. And I think probably there's gonna be at some point, because I want to take physics. I can imagine at some point there's gonna be a project where fucking like a group of physics students pairs up with a group of chemistry student, like some like dumb project like that. I can just imagine, like, that's just a typical thing the school would do. Like, fuck no. Yeah, physics is probably, because I think, although there's a lot of like studies, like such as astronomy, and all these other things, whatever the fuck they're called. Really, like, I don't know, all the, ology things, you know what I mean? Although, like, the three subjects, I think, in high school, or my school anyway, that you can take, as I said, is physics, chemistry, and, biology. I think some of them also are very broad because they have more studies inside. For example, I don't know if that made fuck knows if that made sense. But for example, physics in my school, physics also goes with astronomy. And that's kind of the reason I want to do physics, is because of astronomy. I like space and shit. It's interesting, and, what we did get to choose was some of the subjects we choose, or not for science though. I think the subjects we couldn't choose or decide on, science, obviously, but I think that does come later, though. I think that comes in 10th grade, not 9th, though, which is what I'm going to. Then, what else? Math we couldn't. That's just, math is so broad, I fucking hate it. Math is always the same every year, I believe. Like, there's no, like, or though maybe like in university and college you can do like other, more specific subjects on math. But during, like, school, from 1st to 12th grade, and probably also kindergarten, it's just math. That's all it's called. It's just mathematics. It's fucking boring. PE also as well. Can't decide on that. German, because, we live in Germany, obviously. English. History. Although I think as well, we were similar to science. I thought we were gonna be able to choose between history, economics, and what was the other one? Geography. But apparently we are not. Now it's just called humanities. I know I said history earlier, but it's called humanities, which is, like science, a mixture of several, more specific subjects. Like, it's a mixture of history, economics, and geography, similar to science, which is a mixture of physics, chemistry, and biology. So, I was gonna take history. Obviously, I think most people would take history. I think that's just the go-to. It's the most interesting, in my opinion. My favorite would probably be, like, the medieval times. Yeah, I'm that nerd. I just know a lot of shit about the medieval times. I don't know. I'm a really big nerd about that shit. Like, I used to read a lot of medieval books. Like, I actually used to read. Okay, I was like 8, but like, or 9. Okay, I just read like these. They weren't very informational books. I just kind of looked at the pictures, but that was it. Because the pictures were like these badass pictures of like knights fighting and shit. I was really into that. That was it. I didn't actually read any of it. And or also the dinosaurs as well. I'm so fucking interested in that. Dinosaurs and like medieval ages, bro. I fuck with that. Okay, like that's my thing. Economics is probably very helpful, most helpful of them all, I'd say. But it's just not as interesting in my opinion. I think with most people, I'd say would go history, and then the second choice would be economics, or maybe even the other way around, because I see economics to be a lot more informational and a lot more helpful in life. And then geography. Honestly, if you would rank them all in like which one's the most helpful, I would probably put economics number 1, geography number 2, and history number 3. That's it. But if you would put in which one's more interesting, I would put history number 1, geography number 2, economics number 3, because it's like business and shit. I mean, honestly, it depends on what kind of person you are. Like, are you into business? You probably like economics. The thing is, our teacher, my humanities teacher, he was also my homeroom teacher. We only did history. We didn't do jack shit about economics or geography, which is what the system is actually supposed to be. We're supposed to start off with, I think, geography, and then move on to history, and then do economics in like the end of the year. I think that's how it's meant to be. He just did history the entire year, and he said himself, like, I remember in like a bunch of lessons he said, I'm really into history, but you gotta follow the system at least. We only did history that year. It was, cool for me. I like history. But like, you have to at least follow this. Like, like headmasters and shit, or headmaster. I said headmasters. Headmaster, or like, people at the very top of the hierarchy, don't know about that, and that's kind of mad to me. But I mean, hey, as I said earlier, I'm all up for it. Really, I like history a lot. There are certain topics that I don't really like. As I said, I'm mainly really interested in the dinosaurs, medieval times, Roman times, or like ancient Greek or Greece, ancient Rome. Honestly, probably anything that has to do with like, blood and war. Like, Aztecs, like kind of interest me. It's scary as fuck, to be fair, but Aztecs it's an interesting old civilization. For those who don't know what it is, just type up Aztects, Aztecs, which is an ancient civilization in Mexico. They had some quite fucked up rituals, but that's just how it was, Like they'd fucking take people's hearts out, and I heard when you take a person's heart out while they're still alive, you can still hear and see the heart pumping. And the Aztecs had this ritual where, because for gods and shit culture, they would take slaves and basically have this god, like the god of like blood and things like that. Basically, they believed that if this god didn't get what I forgot his name, if he didn't get what he wants, he would the cycle of the sun and moon would stop or something like that, and then basically he's the god of blood or something like that, or I think also the god of war and the god of the sun or something like that. And if he didn't get like a certain amount of blood per day, the cycle of the sun and moon would stop, or cycle of the earth. No, wait, they didn't know how that they thought the earth was flat at that point. But I think sun and moon, like the cycle, or like the day cycle, day and night cycle would just stop. So what they would do, they would take, put slaves on a table, kind of like chain them to it, arms and legs, and there'd be guards all around. A guy take a knife, slice it down the middle, take the heart, fucking like rip the middle of their like body out, of their chest out, take out the heart, and then hold it up or some shit like that. And I heard, I was watching, like, it was like the infographics show. I'm sure we all know who they are. They make like cartoons on like history and shit. I think it was the infographics show. Yeah, it probably was. Apparently they said like these slaves who got their hearts cut out or taken out, they were still alive, obviously, or not obviously, but they were still alive, and obviously they would have all this pain and shit. They just their body just got sliced in half, or not in half, but open, or their chest just got sliced open. Their heart is being taken out, and they're still alive at that point, but they don't die immediately as the heart exits their body. No, they're still alive, at the verge of dying, but they could still they could still see the heart, like outside of their being taken out, and the god, or not the god, the thing king or whatever, like held up the heart in front of the crowd and shit, and basically it was like on this pyramid is what where they would do it on. Not really a pyramid, but it's like this monument, kind of shaped like a pyramid, and they would hold up the hearts, and then like the slave would still be able to see the heart. It's fucked up. It's like the rituals then and the culture is so fucked up, man. I'm so glad like that's not how it is today. Like that shit, bro. That shit is fucked. That's so mad. It's so mad. Wow, I really just like talked about history today in school. Actually, wasn't I talking about? I keep getting off topic. I'm realizing. Wasn't I talking about like the subjects we can choose? So yeah, we cannot choose PE, math, humanities, science, German, English. I think that's it. And then what we can choose, I think, so DT, or design and technology, and so it's between design and technology and Mandarin, which is it's really weird because it's two completely different subjects. I chose Mandarin because although I'm really into designing and architecture and it's my hobby and possibly something I want to do in the future, there's something about my school that the DT teachers are so shit. Their personality is so like strict, and I'm just sounding like a baby now, just like, oh, they're so strict, yeah. That's how most teachers are, but like They're fucking stupid. They don't know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to technology and design. Okay, I had a teacher once. I was just on a tab, just a normal tab. He thought I was like playing a game, but in reality, I was like on a Google Sheets or something. He didn't know what the fuck Google Sheets was. Oh no! Actually, no, I wasn't on Google Sheets. I think I was in the Google search thing, and just on a new tab trying to search, just thinking of what I wanted to search. I don't remember what I wanted to search, but it was something. It was something for the project. And then the teacher comes up behind me, behind my chair, and he's like, "Get off that tab." And Mans doesn't know how to get off a tab, so he's pointing towards. So you know how on Google you have two different types of X's. You have the one at the top right, or if you're Mac, top left, to close the entirety of Chrome. And then you also have the X's next to the right of like your tabs to just close the tab. Mans tells me to close Chrome in the middle of saying close that tab. It's what? Then we could also choose between Spanish, French, and what was it? Spanish, French, and oh fuck, I forgot. Spanish, French, and drama. There we go. Drama is so bad. No one in my class or my grade has picked drama. I know, okay, that's obviously an over exaggeration, but I think I know around 6 people who have, out of, how many are we? 30, like high 30s, nearly the 40s, I think, maybe even mid 40s or something like that. So this is gonna be a tiny ass class. I chose Spanish because that's what I've been doing in 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. And French. I did that. I took French from like 1st grade all the way to 5th grade. I did it for like 5 or 6 years. I don't wanna, fuck no. I'm not gonna do it again. I want to learn a different culture and a different language, and I only know like 3 words in French, okay? I haven't learned anything, really. And then we could also choose, I'm trying to think, what else was there? Oh god, there was another thing where you could choose between 2 different subjects. Oh yeah, art and music. I chose music because the music teacher, or there are 2 different music teachers. One of them is male, the other one's a female. The male one everyone hates. The female one everyone loves because she loves everyone. And she has this thing where she always has like 2 or 3 people, mainly always 2 people, as her teacher's pets. She always has a teacher's pet. She always has a male teacher's pet and a female teacher's pet. In 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade, in each year, I was the male teacher's pet. And I've only gotten good grades in music, so I think it's just an easy way for me to grind. Or I don't even have to grind. I don't have to try at all because she loves me so much. She will give me good grades no matter what, really. And yeah, it's quite a scam, to be fair. But hey. I don't know. A lot of teachers love me. No, wait, that's a completely fucking lie. Only that one teacher. Anyway, I'm going to be ending the episode here. You can listen to the podcast on Spotify, YouTube, Radio Public, and also Google Podcasts. And I'm also going to be creating an Instagram account just for me to kind of reach out to you guys a bit more. Maybe you can DM you can even send in questions through DMs on the Instagram account. That could be another way for you guys to do that instead of emailing me or joining the Discord. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's episode. Yeah, next week, Friday, coming out another episode, unless I fuck it up. But we're trying to keep the streak going and keep the schedule as it's supposed to be. Alright, see you guys in the next episode.